So a very good morning dear students. Welcome to my channel Maths with Mahanti sir. Children, in the last class we discussed about your cone. What is cone? How it is generated? How to find curved surface area, total surface area and volume of a cone. It was discussed by me in detail in the last class. Today let us discuss another important three-dimensional solid known as sphere. Children, you have the idea of sphere. You may not be knowing in detail about sphere, but you know what is a sphere. If I ask you to give example of sphere, you can give as many examples as you like. Tennis ball, you must have seen tennis ball. You must have seen football. What is the shape of a tennis ball? It is spherical in shape. What is the shape of a football? It is also spherical in shape. Okay. So when the term spherical comes, it is derived from the word sphere. From the word sphere, it has come spherical. Football, tennis ball, etc. These objects are spherical in shape. So, what is a sphere? Mathematically, how to know, how to get the concept of sphere? Actually, sphere, like your cone, cylinder, cuboid and cube, it is another three-dimensional solid or object, you can say. Okay. So, in a sphere, look at, here I have drawn the figure of a sphere. This is, you see, this is the figure of a sphere. Okay. Now, if someone asks you what is a sphere, how will you define the term sphere? You see, if you look at this sphere, this object or this three-dimensional solid, I said it is a sphere. Okay. Now, why it is a sphere? Look at the fixed point. See, look at the point, fixed point O. This sphere, it consists of a large number of points. This sphere, which is nothing but a three-dimensional solid or object, it consists of an infinite number of points. And you see, if we take all these points, you see, if we consider the points, different points on this three-dimensional solid or object, then the set of all these points, you see, the set of all these points, you see, all these points, this point, this point, this point, you see. The set of all these points from a fixed point. Suppose this point O is fixed. Suppose point O is fixed. Now, if this point O is fixed, and suppose these points are, this infinite number of points are equidistant. Equidistant means from this point to this point. What is the distance? From this point to this point, the distance is same. So, then we say that this three-dimensional solid is a sphere. So we can say that a sphere is nothing, it is a three-dimensional object or solid which is the set of all points, which are equidistant in space, not in plane. The set of all points, if it is plane it will become a circle, not sphere. Okay, the set of all points in space, which are equidistant from a fixed point. The path described or the locus, you can say, you cannot understand what is locus. Now, it will be taught in class 11 and 12. See, we can simply say that the set of all points in space which are equidistant from a fixed point is known as sphere. And sphere is a three-dimensional solid or object. Okay. And if you look at, this is the curved surface, you see, curved surface. Does it have any plane surface? If you look at a sphere, you will find only curved surface. Football, tennis ball, etc. They have only one curved surface. Do you find any plane surface? Will you be able to find any plane surface in a football or tennis ball? Not at all. It has only one surface and that is curved. It has one face. Sphere has one face. We have read in class 3-4. Sphere has one face, no edge and no vertex. Okay. So that face or surface is nothing but your curved surface. So sphere has a curved surface. Sphere is a curved surface or it has a curved surface, whatever you say. Okay. And what is sphere? Sphere is a three-dimensional solid which is what? Which is nothing but the set of or collection of all what? Points in space which are equidistant from a fixed point known as center. Now this is the center of the sphere. Now look at this plane. This is a plane and it is a circular one. It is a circular one. This plane is a circle or a circular one. Okay. Now this is the center. Now so what will be this? this will be the radius of the sphere. Suppose let us denote it by r. Now what about this? Suppose this is OA and this is OB. Now this OA is the radius of sphere. Then this is also radius of sphere. And this radius of sphere will be equal to height. In sphere, you see, in case of sphere, you see, in sphere, the height is equal to radius. Not only in case of sphere, in case of hemisphere also, which we will discuss later. Okay, in sphere, the radius and height are same. Okay. Now, this is the concept of sphere. Now the point is, if sphere has one face, or if it is a curved surface, it has a curved surface. So how to find the area of curved surface? How to find the area of curved surface of this sphere, or curved surface area? Okay. So, as I told you just now, that a sphere is nothing but a curved surface. It is a set of all points in space which are equidistant from a fixed point known as the center of sphere. Okay. Now, if sphere has a curved surface, then it must have some area. So, how to find the area of curved surface of sphere or curved surface area? Let us find out. The formula for curved surface area, you see, curved surface area of sphere. You see, now the point is, if sphere has one curved surface, then it has only curved surface area, it has no total surface area. That means the curved surface area of sphere is equal to total surface area. Okay, so curved surface area which is also equal to, that means curved surface area and total surface area of a sphere are same, because sphere has only one curved surface. So its total surface area is same as its curved surface area. And how to get the total surface area or curved surface area of a sphere? Its formula is 4 pi r square. See, where r is the radius? Where r is the radius of the sphere? And you know what is the approximate value of pi? It is 22/7. So 4 pi r square will be your total surface area or curved surface area of a sphere. Okay. Now, how to find volume of a sphere? See, what is the formula? What will be the formula for volume? You see, volume of a sphere we can calculate using the formula 4/3 pi r cube. See, this is the formula to find volume of a sphere. 4/3 pi r cube. Okay, and this can also be written as, you can break it further. You can. That means when radius of sphere is given, you will use this formula to calculate the volume. Suppose in a question you are given diameter, not radius. When diameter is given, without converting diameter into radius, also we can find volume of a sphere. See, you know what is the relation between diameter and radius. If diameter is given, first you can easily find radius, diameter by 2, because it is half the diameter. Radius is half the diameter. That means r equal to d by 2. So, in place of r, we can put d by 2. In place of r, we can put d by 2. Let us put and find out what will be the formula for volume of a sphere when diameter is given. Without converting diameter into radius, how can we find volume of a sphere provided its diameter is given? See, so as you know the relation between radius and diameter, r is half of d, diameter, half of diameter. So in place of r, you put 4/3 pi into d by 2 whole cube. You see, in place of r cube, you write d by 2 whole cube. And you now simplify. If you simplify it, what you will get? You see, you will get volume equal to 4/3 pi into, this is d cube by 8, d cube by 8. Okay, now you cancel 4 and 8, it is 2. So it is pi d cube by 6. Look at pi d cube by 6, or 1/6 pi d cube. So it is another formula to calculate the volume of a cube directly when the diameter is given without converting diameter into radius. When radius is given, you use this formula to find the volume of sphere, and when diameter is given, you can use this formula directly to find the volume of sphere without converting the diameter into what? Radius. Okay. So children, we came to know that how to find the curved surface area or total surface area of a sphere, and how to find volume of a sphere when its diameter and radius are given. Okay. Now let us discuss another three-dimensional solid known as hemisphere. So what is hemisphere? Yes, we have never read in any class. We have never read in any class about hemisphere. So what is a hemisphere? Let us see. Look at the figure. I have drawn the figure of a hemisphere. Now let me explain you. Suppose you see, consider a sphere. See, once again I am drawing the figure of sphere. You see, this is a circular plane. This plane or circle, this plane, surface or circle, suppose this is the diameter, you see, this is the center of the sphere. Look at center of the sphere. So this is the diameter. Now look at the diameter. Now the diameter of the sphere divides the sphere into two equal halves or equal parts, and each part is called a hemisphere. See, if we join one, you see, this plane end is circular end. Okay, this plane end is circular. Now this circular end or plane end, okay, divides. That means the diameter. The diameter divides the whole sphere into two equal halves or equal parts, and each part is called a hemisphere. Now if this is the hemisphere, see, so this will be the center of the hemisphere, and this is the, you must have seen hemispherical bowl. You must have seen hemispherical bowl in which we take our different food items we take in hemispherical bowls. Okay, so this is the shape of a hemispherical bowl or hemisphere. Okay, now this is the center. So what is hemisphere? I hope you understood. When a diameter of, if we join any one diameter, the diameter of a sphere divides the hemisphere into two parts. Each part is called a hemisphere. Okay. Now see, now if this is the hemisphere, this will be the radius of the hemisphere, and this is the center of the hemisphere. Now this is the radius, and what about this? This is also the radius, and it is equal to the height or depth. It is the height or depth of the hemispherical bowl or hemisphere. That means in hemisphere, you see, in hemisphere we say that height is equal to radius. You see, the height of the hemisphere will be equal to its radius. Okay, in hemisphere. Now let us find out what will be the curved surface area of a hemisphere. You see, in case of hemisphere, as I just told you now, that a diameter, when a diameter is taken, it will divide the sphere into two equal parts. Each part is called hemisphere. See, in this hemisphere, which is the curved surface? Now look at this is the diameter. Which is the curved surface? This portion, you see. This portion is the curved surface. See, this portion. This portion is the curved surface. This portion is the curved surface of the hemisphere. Now the point is how to find the area of this curved surface, or how to find curved surface area of hemisphere. So definitely it will be equal to half the curved surface area of sphere, because you see, as a hemisphere is obtained by joining one diameter. Okay, as a hemisphere is obtained by joining one diameter. Okay, so definitely the area of curved surface of hemisphere will be equal to half the area of curved surface of a sphere. That means what I want to say, curved surface area of hemisphere, you see, curved surface area of hemisphere will be half into curved surface area of sphere, CSA of sphere. Okay, and you know what is the formula for curved surface area of a sphere? It is 4 pi r square. So it is half into 4 pi r square, which will be equal to 2 pi r square. You see. So this is the formula to calculate curved surface area or area of curved surface of a hemisphere. Now the point is how to get the total surface area. You see, total surface area of hemisphere. How to find total surface area of hemisphere? See, when the term total surface area comes, you see, when we want to find the total surface area of the hemisphere or hemispherical bowl, that means it will include this area plus this area. You look at, this is the area of the top, see, which is a circle. This plane is a circle. The top of hemispherical bowl is a what? Circle. So we have to find the area of this circle or the top, and we have to add the area of the top to the area of the curved surface. If you add the area of the top surface of the hemisphere, which is a what? Circle, or which is circular, to the area of the curved surface. If area of curved surface is added to area of the what? This plane end or the top or the circle, then only we will get total surface area of hemisphere. So definitely, so area of this circular end, as it is circle or circular, the top is circle or circular, its area you know, it is pi r square. Now this pi r square must be added to the area of curved surface in order to get the total surface area. So what will be the total surface area? Definitely, total surface area will be equal to, total surface area of hemisphere will be equal to area of curved surface, that is 2 pi r square, plus area of this one, base. Base means on which it stands. Okay, or you can say area of the top, okay, which is circular, the plane end which is circular or a circle. So 2 pi r square plus pi r square, it will be 3 pi r square. Okay, so this will be the total surface area of a hemisphere, the formula for total surface area. Then how to get the volume? Volume of hemisphere, you see. So volume of hemisphere. Okay. So definitely, as hemisphere is a part or it is half of the what? Sphere. Hemisphere is obtained by joining one diameter. That means it is half the sphere. So the volume of hemisphere will be certainly half the volume of what? Sphere. And you know what is the formula for volume of sphere? It is half into volume of sphere. Okay. Volume of sphere. Volume of sphere. What is the volume of sphere? I said it is 4 by 3 pi r cube. I just derived earlier. So it will be half into 4 by 3 pi r cube. You see. Now you do cancellation, it will be 2. So 2 by 3 pi r cube. So it will be 2 by 3 pi r cube. You see. So 2 by 3 pi r cube will be the volume of hemisphere. Okay. So children, this is all about your sphere and hemisphere. The two other three-dimensional solids whose total surface area, curved surface area and volume, how to find out. Okay, I discussed. So, these are all the things. I mean, we discussed almost all solids. Okay, in the next class, I will discuss some problems relating to your sphere, hemisphere and another, your spherical cell is there. Yes, another one is left. It is spherical cell. We are going to discuss what is spherical cell, hemispherical cell, etc. We shall discuss it in the next class, and two problems we will discuss, so that the chapter surface area and volume will come to an end. Okay. So children, in this chapter, that is surface area and volume, we discussed first what is surface area, what is volume. Then in another class we discussed how to find surface area and volume of cuboid and cube. Then in another class we discussed how to find surface area and volume of what? Your cylinder and hollow cylinder or pipe. Then in another class we discussed how to find surface area and volume of your cone. And in this class we discussed how to find surface area and volume of sphere and hemisphere. What is sphere, what is hemisphere, and how to find the surface area, I mean curved and total both. Okay, curved surface area and total surface area of sphere and hemisphere. Just one thing is left, that is spherical cell. What is spherical cell and hemispherical cell? We shall discuss it in another class, and we will discuss 1-2 problems, so that this chapter will come to an end, and then we will go to the next chapter, that is statistics. Okay, children, I have planned to discuss all chapters serially, so that after all chapters are over, I mean completed, we can discuss exercise, we can discuss all interesting and important questions of your class 9 level, which generally come in the annual exam. Okay, so we will discuss more about this chapter, that is surface area and volume, in the next class. I hope whatever I discussed till yet you must have understood. Children, if at all it is true, then I must say that you please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.